Chris Taylor, the National League's batting leader, continues his campaign for a batting crown. Next. Yonny Chirinos is on the mound for Game 2. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, this guy's a fun guy to watch pitch. Not necessarily an overpowering guy. Has an ERA in the low threes. But one thing he knows how to do, he knows how to pitch and he knows how to minimize damage. If you're going to have an ERA in the low threes in this day and age, you're doing a lot of things right, and this guy should be fun to watch in this one.
Stepping up now, Chris Taylor. He's had a phenomenal year at the plate, entering this August contest as the league's batting average leader.
I've never been in this position in my career before. I wonder if he's counting games down. You certainly want to walk away at the end of the year with a batting crown.
And guys, the Rays, as they begin play here this afternoon, 4-2 over their last 6 games, including a win last time out.
Yeah, Matty B, we're looking at a team right now. They're just playing some average baseball through 4 games of this homestand. They split it 2-2, D-Row, and I think they expect a little bit more.
Yeah, and you don't want to be playing average baseball in front of your home fans. They need to find a way to win this game and try and take 3 out of the first 5 of this homestand.
With that, a look at the batting order for the Marlins. Anybody catch your eye, Dan?
You know, they really need Starling Marte to get on a roll. In the last 10 games, he's hitting under 250. He's a guy they need to hit a lot better than that because he's a big part of this ball club.
Here's Starling Marte. He's currently near the top of the batting average leaderboard, but he'll have to pick up the pace a little bit over the next several weeks if he wants to jump into that top spot.
Yeah, I don't want him to put pressure on himself right now, but he's got 2 months to get it done right here, to vault himself into that top spot. He has certainly had an amazing year up until this point.
Now a swing and a miss as they start him out on a pitch well inside for strike 1. And though he's one of the league's best hitters to this point, the average has taken a dip over the last few series. He's sitting in the low 200s over his last 10 games.
Yeah, a lot of guys usually have peaks and valleys throughout the year. They grab about 4 slumps a year. He's only had 10 games where he hasn't swung the bat well, but he's picking the wrong time to do it. He has got to pick up the pace right now.
Hit hard down the left field line, but this is going to get fouled. Slapped hard the opposite way. Pham is there, 2 down.
Batting third baseman, Matt Chapman.
Stepping in, Matt Chapman. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Hard on the ground towards short. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Marlins. Now it's the Rays' turn. No score. Chris Sale gets the ball for Miami in this one. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, Matty V, we're getting a chance to look at a guy that's been like white hot. How about a whip under 1.00 in his last 3 starts? Not a lot of base runners, and that usually adds up to a lot of success. Let's see if he can continue to do that in this one here today.
Malik Smith the next to hit. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Here's the first pitch to him. Takes a knee-high fastball. These Marlins, as they take the field this afternoon, they enter this one off a loss after winning 5 of 7 prior to that.
Yeah, Matty, this team finds itself with a huge lead, double digits right now, and climbing, playing really good baseball. Some people will say, oh, you don't want to have that big a lead, you start resting on your laurels. I look at it the other way, man. You've earned the right to kind of get some guys off their feet if the manager wants to. There's a lot of different ways you can go about it. This team's focused and playing really good baseball. I would not worry about it. Keep pushing the throttle.
Popped him up. Taylor is under it. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. And with that, a look at the Rays lineup card in this one. Who are you focused on, Dan Plesac?
Well, one guy that's been struggling a bit lately is Miguel Sano. Over the last 10 games, he's only hit 1 home run. And as a guy that hits in the middle order, they're expecting a lot more from him than just 1 bomb. The power just hasn't been there over this stretch.
Coming to the plate now, Daniel Robertson. And he's looking to snap out of what's been a rather dry spell at the plate. The windup and the 0-1. Takes this the other way to right. But he'll barely have to move out there in right as he hauls this one in for the second out.
Well, this one was squared up pretty good, but just like pitchers give up hits on well-executed pitches, batters make outs on balls they couldn't have hit much better.
So stepping in, Josh Donaldson. He's currently 9th in the American League batting race entering play. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Just off the outside, and it's 1-0. And set up working the plate is Matthew Ross as you see the rest of the umpiring crew there.
Hey, D-Row, this is a pitcher's best friend. Matthew Ross, very wide strike zone.
Yeah, no excuses from the offense today. You know coming in when you see the lineup card and Matt Ross is behind the dish, you better be aggressive.
Well, they'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now. Really tied him up on that one.
Yeah, clearly didn't recognize where that was going to end up, Matt. If I were pitching, I might go right back in there.
Hammered the other way to deep right field. And that ball will stay fair, and it's gone. A home run. A solo shot off the bat of Josh Donaldson. Number 25 for him on the year as the Rays move out on top 1-0.
Yeah, we always talk about how important it is to spot your starter or run it to early in the game, and he does just that, blasting a no-doubt bomb that serves notice. They're going to be swinging with the wood here. No better way to get the home crowd into it right out of the gates.
Stepping in now, Kevin Kiermaier. This is swung on and popped up. Crossing into foul territory now behind third. Chapman will put this one away, and the side is retired. Rays off and running early on the solo home run. Second inning coming up. Tampa Bay's out to a 1-0 lead. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Franz Reyes, having a very nice year, currently 2nd in the NL batting chase. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. High in the air out to center field. Buxton has a read on it. 1 out.
Okay, here's how the Rays set up on defense today. And guys, when I've been looking at the numbers on this starting pitcher, what really jumps out on me is the fact that he doesn't strike a ton of guys out, which means he's got to execute. He's got to use those 17 inches in, out, up, and down. He's going to have his defense behind him, and they better be on their toes because a lot of balls are going to be put in play in this one.
Stepping in, Jorge Soler. He's assuming the role of DH in this interleague matchup.
Yeah, Matt, that's one of the funny things about National League teams playing in AL ballparks. All of a sudden, the lineup kind of changes.
Belted high in the air out to left. Looking up is Smith. And it's gone. It's a solo shot for Jorge Soler. 41st home run of the year for him. And with it, the Marlins are back even now at 1-1.
I know I get big money for my expert analysis, but this is pretty simple. If you put a fastball up in the zone, over the heart of the plate, this guy's going to turn it around in a heartbeat. This one was no shocker.
At the plate, Garrett Cooper, and he's a guy really in need of something to click at the plate right now. It's been a rough go for him. First pitch on its way. Slapped hard the opposite way. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit.
Loud noises right here, fellas. Hey, he's going to have to mix it up a little bit more because they are on his stuff.
And that'll bring in the middle infielder, Ketel Marte. He swings and sends it in the air to right center field. Pham is over to his right as he puts this one away. 2 down.
Batting 8, catcher, Ari Perez.
So striding in, Ari Perez. He went hitless last night in a game where his guys could push across only 1 score. From the stretch. But this won't get over the second baseman's glove as he's got it to end the inning. Marlins able to knock things up on the solo home run. We'll go to the bottom of the second. All even now at 1-1. Digging in, Tommy Pham. Set to lead off the home half of the second.
Right fielder.
First offering on its way. Fouled away. Pham with an even 1-1 count now. Fastball stays way up that time for ball 2. Now the 2-1. There's a fastball that misses.
I love the ability to hold up right there, especially with count leverage. I know you want to get aggressive in the strike zone, but he was able to notice that that wasn't his pitch.
And it's up to a 3-2 full count now. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Gardner is there. 1 away.
All right, here's the defensive alignment for the Miami Marlins. And guys, can we focus on something real quick? There's 3 of them out there. 3 gold gloves on the defensive side of the ball. That's just special right there. Look for some highlight reel plays in this one.
Here's Miguel Sano, lifetime against Chris Sale. He checks in with a headline-grabbing .409 batting average. He also has 1 home run. Ripped down the first base line, but a foul ball here. 0-1. The windup and the 0-1. There's a swing and a high drive into left center field. Gardner going back on the warning track. He makes the catch.
Batting 7, the shortstop, Matt Duffy.
So coming to the plate, Matt Duffy. He'll get to take his first cuts here. And a first pitch slider is right there for strike 1. Duffy, often known as the Duff Man in baseball circles. He was taken in the 18th round during the first-year player draft of 2012.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the category of superstar, but to grind out the career he has being drafted where he was, my hat's off to him.
And that slider's almost in the dirt. Grounded back up the middle. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. So they're held in check here this half of the inning. We've played 2 full, all tied at 1-1. Coming to the plate now, Brett Gardner, and he'll start out their half of the 3rd, top of the order to follow. From the stretch, here's the pitch. A fastball right down the middle for a strike.
If you know you got a real patient hitter at the plate, I love the mindset of this pitcher right here, attacking the zone 0-0 and getting ahead.
This is on the ground over to first, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Now batting, Shortstop, Chris Taylor.
Into the box now. Chris Taylor hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat. First pitch on its way. Lifted in the air toward the line and right. Pham sprinting after it, but no one gets to this one as it lands in the home bullpen. A foul ball. Set to deliver the 0-1. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Waiting on it is Smith. Makes the play, and there are two gone now.
Center fielder number 6, Starling Marte.
Here's Starling Marte. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. The short, hit hard. Duffy takes it in. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Miami down in order. Home half of the third coming up. Tied at 1. First offering on its way.
And leading off for the Rays,
There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone.
Byron Buxton.
Missed with a slider. Now the pitch. Popped him up. Perez is there. He's got it one away.
Batting ninth, catcher, Reed McGuire.
Up next for the Rays, Reed McGuire, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. The pitch. Now a slider, and he gets ahead of him here. 0-1. Bases are empty, one man out. Now a ball lined to the left side, but this will be a foul ball. Here comes another 0-2. Scorched to third. Chapman has it cleanly, and there's out number 2.
The left fielder, number 00, Alex Smith.
Malik Smith the next to hit. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one. And now a bunt attempt here as he gets this one down. Chapman has it, and a super play to gun his man down as the side is retired. Down in order go the Rays. Through 3 complete, all tied 1 apiece. Digging in for his second at-bat, Matt Chapman. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. He's set, and the pitch. Just a bit jumpy that time, swung on and missed.
Rock solid performance up to this part of the ball game right now. One of the keys, 90% of his first pitches have been for strikes. And when you do that, you really make the hitter swing at the pitch you want them to swing at.
The 1-1 is taken for ball 2.
I'm pretty surprised by the location on those last 3 pitches. The book on him is that he hits the away pitch pretty well, and he just saw 3 in a row out there.
So does he go back out there again?
No, Matt, I expect him to mix it up. Most catchers won't call for the same location over and over and over.
Throw to first in time, 1 gone here in the 4th. And so after getting the ground ball with the fastball on that last pitch, that'll segue perfectly to our pitch speed comparison for these 2 starters. And these 2 guys have both displayed their power arms so far, with top speeds at 94 and 97 respectively. Up next from Miami, Franz Reyes comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Liner in there for a base hit. So he'll reach base with one out here in the fourth. And with that, let's check out the league leaderboard in hits. And as you see there, he's sitting in second place in the National League in that department. Striding in once again, Jorge Soler. He got a hold of one and went yard in his first appearance in this one.
And that last at bat when he went deep, he turned around a pretty good fastball. So I'm kind of thinking this guy's a good fastball hitter. So I might want to move that ball up and down and in and out and try not to throw it right down the middle of the plate.
Into the corner and slicing foul. A pause and the 0-2. Fouled off. One run on 3 hits and no errors in the game for the Marlins. Just got a piece up the line. That goes foul, so he stays alive with 2 strikes.
Hey, I'm loving this right now. Classic battle. 5 foul balls in a row. I'd love to see this next one put in play for sake of pace of play, but I love the fact that he's battling.
Smith is going to get there as he backs up to put it away, and there are 2 gone now.
Now batting, first baseman, Garrett Cooper.
Now in the box, Garrett Cooper. He reached on a single in his first try. First pitch coming. Here it is. He goes the other way as this is hit in the air toward the gap in right center. Pham is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. 1 left for Miami. On to the bottom of the fourth, tied 1-1. Ready now, Daniel Robertson. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Now a ball hit in the air to straightaway left. This is carrying well. Out of here. Solo shot here to left, number 14 on the season, and the Rays take a 2-1 lead.
Well, he won his last start, but he didn't give up any long balls. He's already given up 2 here, so he's got his work cut out for him if he's going to get the W in this one. He's going to have to start keeping the ball in the yard for starters.
Here's the third baseman, Josh Donaldson. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time, it's 0-1. He launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. Favorable call in there for a strike.
Don't think for 1 second, after giving up already 1 homer, that he doesn't know where this lineup's headed. He's going to have to face the real sluggers right now, and he's going to have to execute.
Hot shot on the ground is short. Throw on to first, so a good comeback there as he gets the first out of the inning.
Next for Tampa Bay, designated hitter, Kevin Kiermaier.
Next will be the designated hitter, Kevin Kiermaier. He popped out in his first trip. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat, 0-1. A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball. Into the windup, here comes the 0-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss as they got him with the slider there, 2 away. Another strikeout for him on the mound, and boy, is it fun to watch him go about his business.
No doubt, Matty. He's one of my favorites, mostly because of his stuff. You know, he can absolutely dominate on any given day because of what he offers up there. It's just nasty. There aren't many hitters that like to see this guy on the mound.
Standing in now, Tommy Pham. 0-1 the count. 2 out, nobody on. Here's a high pop-up. Cooper is under it near the mound. And that's the 3rd out. 1 for the Rays on the solo home run. We're through 4, and Tampa's taken a 2-1 lead. And that'll bring in the middle infielder, Ketel Marte. He'll start off the 5th in this one.
Ketel Marte.
He's set. Here it comes. A ball and no strikes. Popped him up. Sano in foul ground. 1 down. So this has been another fine outing for him this afternoon as we check out the league leaders in ERA. And as you can see, he's up near the top, currently 6th in the AL in that category. At the plate, Ari Perez. First delivery to him on the way. Line hard. But this is a foul ball. 5th inning, 2-1 our score. Hit to short. And that's the 2nd out.
The batter, left fielder, Brett Gardner.
Now batting, Brett Gardner. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Hey, wait, say now, Tampa.
He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. High in the air down the right field line. Pham is there, and it's a very quick inning as the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Marlins. They're down 2-1. Stepping into the box, Miguel Sano. He flew out in his last at-bat. Ripped on the ground to first, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Now batting.
Now at the plate, Matt Duffy. He's 0 for 1 thus far. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1.
His pitch count is in a really good place at this point in the game. He's pounding the zone and getting first pitch outs, just like he did on the last guy. We might see him work deep into this game if he keeps this up.
A good action on the 2-seamer there, and it's 1-2. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone.
Pitching 101 is changing location and upsetting the hitter's timing. You do that, and everything's going to be fine. In that strikeout, he never threw the same pitch twice in a row, and he won the battle because of it.
Here's Byron Buxton now. As Sale will get the upper hand to start the at-bat here at strike 1. So far this year against Southpaws, Buxton hits in the 240s, so there's room for improvement in that regard.
He'd be the first to tell you he's not happy with his batting average this season, but he can beat you in a variety of different ways, and he has to because he wouldn't be here otherwise.
This guy's pitching really well in this one so far. You could just see he's awful confident, attacking the strike zone, and when he comes off the mound at the end of the inning, looks like he stepped in a big old bucket of sassy.
Now he drops a changeup on him. Strike 3 called, and a great pitch there to retire the side. Rays go in order, 1, 2, 3. They lead it 2-1. Digging in once again, Chris Taylor. He'll start the inning, and we're back to the top of the order, but they haven't looked too dangerous in this one yet, right, guys?
Well, none of them have any hits yet, so you're right on the money. They've done a great job of holding these guys down so far.
Another opportunity for him here, so we'll see if anything changes. From the stretch to third. Donaldson's there. throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
Now batting, the center fielder, Starling Marte.
In now, Starling Marte. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Missed with a slider. Well, it's been a good outing so far, but he hasn't really racked up the strikeout totals that you might think, Dan.
Yeah, it amazes me how every game you pitch can be so different, Matt. Sometimes it feels like guys can't touch you and you're just punching everyone out. But other times, you don't have your good stuff and you really rely on movement and location to get outs. That's been the case for him today, and it's really working.
Low-scoring game thus far, 2-1 here in the 6th. On the ground to third, right to Donaldson. And boy, just about overshot his man at first, but he's able to keep a foot on the bag over there, and that's out number 2. Settling in now, Matt Chapman. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Oh, what a pitch to start the at-bat there. It's 0-1.
Man, that's another ugly swing right there. This team is just struggling so mightily to get on base. They've looked off balance all game.
High and deep to left center field. Buxton ranging back to the track. And a leaping effort at the wall, but it's in vain. A home run. So a solo shot here to left center field, number 33 on the year, as the Marlins have rallied back to tie it at 2 apiece. Ball's jumping in this one. That's the 4th to leave the yard so far.
Matty V, this is kind of a mini home run derby, D-Roll. Ball flying out of the ballpark today.
Just great approaches by both lineups today. We were around the cage during batting practice. Both were super confident, and it's coming to fruition today.
In there, no balls and a strike. He's 1 for 2 in this one. A 1 pitch on its way. And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball 1.
Oh, come on.
Swing and a miss on the splitter, and it's 1-2.
You know, you don't face too many guys that have thrown a nasty splitter like he has today. He's had this lineup off balance all game with that pitch.
And he swings on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate.
Not your normal put-away pitch, a 2-strike fastball down in the zone, but he was able to get wood on it and foul it away.
Pops this one up. Sano is there, and the side is retired. 1 for the Marlins on the solo shot. Through 5.5, and we're deadlocked now at 2 apiece. Digging in, Reed McGuire.
And leading off for the Rays, Catherine Reed McGuire.
Halfway to 100 pitches, here it is. And this one's tapped foul at home plate. Late that time for a strike. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Gardner is there. And that's the first out of the inning.
The left fielder, number 00, Alex.
So Tampa's batting order turns over and set to go. Malik Smith 0 for 2 on the afternoon so far. Ball 1. Yanked on the ground down the line. And there's his first base hit in this one. He'll get it into second. And he'll pull into second with 1 away.
As we look again at that double here, you can see that he was thinking too right out of the box. Smashed it down the line, and that was some great hustle to beat the throw to second to earn himself a double.
Into the box, Daniel Robertson, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far.
We all know this guy's a real good fastball hitter. We saw how far he could hit one. He got a fastball that he liked, and he turned that thing around, and it got out of here in a hurry.
Swing and a miss, and they'll dodge a major bullet that time. 2 away.
The great equalizer, the changeup. That was a really good job of getting him to offer that one out of the zone, and it was all set up by the fact that he got ahead in the count and forced the hitter to have to protect. That's the name of the game.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Takes a high fastball for a strike. Smith stands at second with 2 gone. A 1-1 count now to Donaldson.
I know he buried that slider in right there, but that's a dangerous pitch. If he doesn't pot commit and bury that inside, it leaks out over the plate. He can get hurt with that pitch.
He's fallen behind now, 3-1. Kevin Kiermaier would be next if they can keep this inning alive. Called strike, and that'll run it full.
You know he wants to end this inning right here on 3-2, but I don't think we'll see him lay one in on the next pitch there with a base open to work with.
And that misses, ball 4, so it's first and second now with 2 out.
Looked like he might have gotten squeezed a little bit right there, and you know he's talking to himself in his head about it. That kind of stuff goes both ways, though. Hitters get their fair share of crummy calls going against them, too.
Standing in, Kevin Kiermaier, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. And it's a ball and 2 strikes to Kiermaier now.
You chase a pitch that bad outside the zone, you got to find a way to regroup, adjust the batting gloves, only look over the heart of those 17 inches.
Count even at 2-2. Now a ball hit hard toward first. A leap here, but it ticks off his glove. And he'll reach first safely. And that's going to plate the go-ahead run from second as they move out in front here, 3-2.
Boy, that has to feel good as a hitter, D-Roy. You get that base hit to give your team the lead. You have to feel good when you get down to first base.
Yeah, it's just a nice approach. You see him turn to his boys right there and get fired up with the dugout. 100%, not trying to do too much, able to quiet the moment down, center himself, and come through in a big spot.
No balls and 1 strike. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch. That's taken. Now it's 0-2. And a big strikeout there. They'll leave a couple of runners on base, and after a good start to the inning, they can't capitalize any further. Rays will settle for just the 1. 7th inning coming up. It's the Rays 3 and the Marlins 2. Welcome back to Baseball on the Show. We're in the 7th with the Rays out in front, and let's get you caught up with our game summary for the first 6 innings. Austin Pruitt is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7. Jorge Soler will stand in here hoping to duplicate what he did back in the 2nd inning. We flash you back to take another look at his solo home run that helped get this offense rolling.
Yo, stuck in a routine, wide awake in a dream. Scratch that, sleepwalking in reality. Think about tomorrow, but I live my life hourly. Stay humble. Let's go Tampa.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. That smoked, but right into the shift. Oh, what a stop on the slide. Touché, sir.
Now batting, first baseman, Garrett Cooper.
Now at the plate, Garrett Cooper.
Let's go, Ray!
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And it's fouled away. The windup and the 0-1. This is line to left. And he'll lay out to make a spectacular catch. Wow.
Boy, talk about hitting into some rough luck. That was an absolute bullet to the outfield that gets caught, and he would have represented the tying run.
And that'll bring in the middle infielder, Ketel Marte. As he'll take a look at a slider that can't make it back to the corner. It's ball 1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Yanked fouled off to the right. Very tight ball game. 3-2 our score in inning number 7. And he squares up on this one. Deep to straightaway right. And a big sigh of relief on the mound as that nearly tied it, but this ball is foul. The 1-2. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
Well, I think that pitch is the result of a lot of foul balls. He might have tried to do a little bit too much with it, trying to get him to swing through it, but it just ended up taking off on him.
Chopped weakly to the right. That's a foul ball. Here's another 2-2. Soft liner to the right side. That gets down, and the inning continues.
You know, it's funny. The first 2 strikes are for the fans. You're trying to put balls in the seats right there. With 2 strikes, it's for the team. You got to shorten up and find a way, and that's exactly what he did right there. Soft liner into right field for a base hit.
In now, Ari Perez, as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1.
This is where you got to take stock in the situation. Adjust your batting gloves and realize you need a gapper to score this guy from first. If nothing less, pass the baton to the guy behind you and keep the line moving.
Goes down and gets it as this is bounced to short. On to second for the force out, and the side is retired. Marlins leave 1. They trail 3-2. Here's Miguel Sano, and he'll step in to start things out against Chris Sale. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike.
You know, you love a guy who attacks the zone, but sometimes I think you could throw too many strikes. That could be the case right here. This offense is going to the plate, just pulling the trigger on everything.
Still no balls and 2 strikes. Oh-2 is a fastball that misses inside. 1-2 now.
And it's late in his afternoon of work, and the longer this at bat goes, the better chance of him making a mistake. But as a guy starts to tire, they're more likely to leave the ball up. But man, he's been good so far.
So it's backwards K on the changeup that time. Miguel Sano sent packing to begin the bottom of the inning. Standing in, Matt Duffy. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate. A fastball that finds the outside corner. A wave and a miss.
The discipline has just been completely absent from this offense. Seems like they're always finding themselves behind the count, and a big reason why is they're swinging at all kinds of stuff that's not even in the strike zone.
Reyes is right there as he takes it for the second out. Standing in, Byron Buxton. He got called out on strikes his last time through. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1. behind 0-2 now. 3 runs, 4 hits, and no errors for Tampa Bay so far. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. Down in order go the Rays, but they still lead it 3-2. Chaz Rowe has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
52, Chaz Rowe.
Here's Brett Gardner now. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
As we near the end of this one, it's clear the long ball has played a big role in today's outcome. Dan, D-Row, what are your final thoughts on what we've seen?
Yeah, just non-competitive pitches in some big situations, Dan, and the offense took full advantage.
Yeah, you know, D-Row, one of the things about pitching is you want to have location, and it was obvious in this one today that the pitchers weren't on point, and what happens when that happens? Hitters make you pay, and the long ball was a big part of this one here.
A look there at the numbers for our 2 starters here today, with both guys recently departed from the ball game and looking on from the dugout. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Chris Taylor. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. First pitch of the at-bat. Hits this one hard the other way, and that gets through, so he'll have his first base hit, make him 1 for 4 in the game now. Cutting it close here, but he comes through in the 8th to extend his hitting streak.
Yeah, and he was staring at his last at-bat right there, or probably his last at-bat. Would have been tough to get him another AB in this one, but he's able to get it done.
Hey, better late than never, and I'm sure when he walked into that batter's box right there, he's thinking, this very well could be my last AB of this game, so if I'm going to keep this streak alive, I'm going to have to do it right now.
Here's the first pitch to him. And a whiff at a good slider that time.
Runner.
He's running. Pitch outside, the throw. And it skips in as he steals the bag easily.
90 feet is a big deal when you're talking about a 1-run game, so that's a little risky. But hey, sometimes you have to be aggressive and force the other team to stop you.
Taylor, the runner at second with 1 away. Grounder down the line at third, but a foul ball. 1-2 the count now. Now that's popped up. Sano has a play, and he makes the catch for the second out.
The batter, third baseman,
Stepping into the box, Matt Chapman, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. Hit hard down the line. This one, everything we could have hoped for. 3-2 in inning number 8. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Two quick strikes, and now the 0-2. And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. And it would have been trouble, but a great job there to pull this one in on the dead run. And that ends the inning. Digging in to try it again, Reed McGuire.
leading off for the Rays,
Here comes the first pitch.
Reed McGuire.
Skied into straightaway right. Reyes is over a few steps as he puts it away for the first out.
The left fielder, number 00, Alex.
Trying to pick things up where we left off, Malik Smith. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. Now a fastball that couldn't quite find the zone. It's ball 1. And he takes a cold strike 1. Here comes the 1-2 from Sale. And he struck him out. Strikeout number 8 now in the ball game for him.
Yeah, as they say, there's a hole in his swing in that location, so a good job there of exploiting that. That can be real hard for some guys to overcome when teams start figuring out what locations you just can't handle.
Into the box now, Daniel Robertson. As Sale will get the upper hand to start the at-bat here at strike 1. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Two quick strikes, and now the 0-2. And he's got himself another one as he picks up strikeout number 9 here, and the side is retired. Rays go in order, 1-2-3. They're up 3-2. Jose Alvarado takes the ball now in inning number 9, looking to close the door. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Franz Reyes. He'll be charged with trying to get on board leading off the 9th. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Fastball right back to the mound. On to first, and that is a big out to start the 9th.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Jorge Soler.
To the plate now is the designated hitter, Jorge Soler. Perhaps he can drive another one out of the park just like he did back in the 2nd. First pitch of the at-bat. Swinging a ball line down in the left field corner. But no one can get to this one as it's down for a foul ball inside the visitors' bullpen. Again, another foul ball. The 0-2 home. Had him fooled as he swings through the curveball. 2 down.
Now batting, the first baseman, Garrett
Now at the
Cooper.
plate, Garrett Cooper. First pitch on its way. This is line to left. But this is taken in as a perfect metaphor to end this one as that ball was hit hard, but the ball game is over.
Excellent work putting the finishing touches on this one. Picking up save number 30 now on the year. Nice job from him.
A 1-run game this afternoon, 3-2 the final finish. The Tampa Bay Rays rode an important 6th inning to victory in this one. Yonny Chirinos hangs win number 11 on his line. Chris Sale takes the loss despite working 8 very strong innings. Jose Alvarado hammers down the save, his 30th. So that just about does it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way on over to theshownation.com.
The final line score for this afternoon's ball game. Victorious Rays. 3 runs, 4 hits. No errors. They left 2 men on base. For the Marlins, 2 runs, 6 hits. No errors. They left 4 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 51 minutes. Thanks for joining us this afternoon. And please drive home safely.